there are three sort of lines to think about what good or bad might look like. The first is the line from complicated to simple. You're selling some SaaS data infrastructure, company, product, whatever that might be. You need to boil down your value prop to a really, really simple, concise, direct way to your customer. If you don't do this well, your customer is not going to understand, right? So this part of the communication process is about customer understanding. The second line is one-sided to reciprocal. So can you ask questions, or are you somebody who doesn't really shut up, right? And just talks and talks and talks. Danny Meyer said this, which I think is just a great quote, which every single person in the world is walking around with a sign that says, make me feel important, right? And I think when you do that in a sales process, when you ask questions, turn it into a conversation, you're bringing someone to the table and you're building trust with them. That's why that's important. And that's last but not least, it's inflexible towards adaptable. And inflexible is a very polite way of saying a deer in headlights, right? Like when you get a question from a customer, can you think on your feet? Can you talk on your feet? Can you speak on your feet? Versus just being totally thrown off guard, flustered, and unable to recover that conversation, right? It happens, right? We all get questions we never heard before. We have to deal with them as they come up. And that leads to a perception of expertise by a customer, where they can ask you a question that might be a hard question, and your ability to answer it well, super, super important.